Hello, Derrell Smith here, CEO of 99 Eats. Today we continue in our cast iron series and we're making pan pizza using my friend Cassie. You want to start off with yeast. You can find this in the bakery aisle of all grocery departments. We're just going to rip this bad boy open, add it to our mixer, all right? And let that do what it does. To that, 1/4 of a cup of warm water. And we're going to add that in there. We got 2 teaspoons of sugar that we're going to add to this. And we're just going to let our yeast eat. What you want to see your yeast start to do is start to bubble, okay? When it bubbles, you know that it is active. And you also know that you will be able to bake with it. We got 2 teaspoons of salt, all right? And right here, we got 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Whisk that up. And we start to add that to our bowl with our hungry yeast. We'll mix this together. Meanwhile, we're going to get our seltzer water out. And we're going to measure out about 2/3 of a cup of this bad boy right here. So we're going to add a little bit of that. Now, why use seltzer water, you ask, right? So seltzer contains all of these tiny bubbles, which are carbon dioxide. When you mix that with the dough and also the yeast that's trying to rise, those bubbles will help create a fluffier and more beautiful dough, in my opinion. And once that starts to come together, then we'll add more flour. All right, boom. A little more flour. All right. Little more bubbly agua. All right. Olive oil. Put that in there. Boom. Turn it back off. The rest of the flour and the rest of the water. All right? I'll say after about 10 minutes or so, you're going to let it rest. You're going to oil up another bowl. Put it in there overnight, and the next day you're going to get something that looks like this. See these bubbles? We're going to press that down, and we're just going to start to spread it out with our hands. Okay? We'll put that down, add a little more flour to it, like thus. And we just gonna start to roll this bad boy out. I use San Marzano tomatoes, the good stuff. Let that stew down. So this has been stewing for a good 3 hours right here, all right? I added a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, 3 pieces of basil, and I just let it stew down over a few hours. Next, we've oiled our cast iron pan. Olive oil around it, not too crazy. We didn't put too much on there. Now we're gonna take that, add that to our pan, and now we're gonna spread that out. Tomato sauce, let that cool down. We're just gonna add a ladle full. It's gonna go in a circular motion right around. It's okay to go to the edge. So anything you wanna put on this pizza, you put on it. I like garlic personally, so we're gonna put a few thin shaved pieces of garlic right on top. Onions. So the onions I've seen, when you put them on top of the cheese, they burn. And so instead of that, I'm gonna just put these bad boys right on top of the tomato sauce. After that, we got a little bit of mozzarella and Parmesan cheese mixed up. And so we just gonna sprinkle that on top as well. You can be liberal with this based on how much cheese you want. Now we're gonna add pepperonis, because I'm a pepperoni lover, all the way around, 2. Ugh. We got some sweet Italian sausage. Uncooked, we'll put that on, and what that's gonna do is as it cooks down, all of those flavors are gonna infiltrate our crust and just make it delicious. We got a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Not too much, because after it come out, I'm gonna do this again. Add a little color to it, and that's ready. You want to put your oven up to the highest temp that it can go. We'll let it cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. You'll take it out, check it, see if it's doing well. We got a done pizza, all right? So that looks good. You want to take some garlic and some butter, melt that down, and we're just going to go right around the edges with it, all right? We're going to get us a little bit of Parmesan cheese. We're just gonna go over top, just like that. That's ready to serve. Bon appetit.